Hello, class. This is Professor Reynolds. We're now into Module 3, which is also week 3, of course. And you have a couple of assignments to do this week that together will be 20% of your grade. So I wanted to go over these, and you can see here, this is Module 3 Introduction, the counting methods, the short paper, and the Project Wiley Plus question set. In a separate video, I will go over the instructions for the question set. But I wanted to first talk about the short paper, and the short paper is worth 75 points. And again, you click on the guidelines and rubric, and it will say the overview. Often accounting situations are not straightforward. Sometimes the different options available today have repercussions for future options. You own a successful chocolate company and would like to expand your business and invest in an online candy company. You found the perfect company, and here you're going to go and specifically you must address the following rubric criteria. How do you account for a company of less than 20% acquisition, for 20 to 50% acquisition, and for more than 50% acquisition? Then you have the journal entries, and of course that will depend upon the numbers that you come up with. And so if you're going to own 15%, 33.3%, and 75%, and then explain the types of information that would be included in online confections of the chocolates, disclosure notes, acquisition price, things like that. So this is going to be a 2 to 4 page Microsoft Word document. The double spacing, 12-point times New Roman font. There are some materials, but really, I think that the best source of information, again, this week you're going to be into Chapter 5 and Chapter 7, I believe. Let me check that real quick. 5, 7, and 8. But we're really going to want to go to Chapter 4, okay? And let's go to table of contents here. Go back to Module 3. Go back to Resources, Accounting Methods. And you can go to Chapter 5, which is going to be helpful. But I think that to start off, you really need to look in Chapter 4, at the beginning of Chapter 4. So if we go to Chapter 4, go into this after IFRS, this will give you an overview of how you do the different types of accounting depending upon the level of influence/control. Now, recognize that as a company, when you're the acquiring company, you're going to, when you're in the consolidation, so you own more than 50%, so you own control of the company. So I've realized I've had my camera off, so let me turn it back on. When you own more than 50%, you're going to be consolidating, but that means that on your books, you're going to either use one of the previous methods, the cost method, the partial equity method, or the equity method. But then when you consolidate, of course, you're going to have to come up with a schedule, and those entries are going to be different. But this is the starting point, I think, to kind of give you the overview as far as how you treat these. Make sure you answer all of the parts that are asked for, and make sure you do it in a professional way. Assume you are delivering this to your chief accounting officer. So you should provide a paper that you would be happy providing to your accounting officer. So, correct grammar, correct sentence structure, paragraphs that start with, this topic is this paragraph, this topic is this paragraph, etc. So again, let's go back to the rubric. These are the resources. So let's go back to module 3. Resources. Let's see here. Short paper. Oh, guidelines and rubric. So go to here, and this is the overview. This is scenario. These are the directions. Again, rationale, explain the rationale for the accounting method for each of the three. Come up with some figures so that you come up with the journal entries and then the disclosure notes.